So place the yarn in front of you. This is tail, this is working yarn. Working yarn goes on the top to make a loop. Insert your hand inside the loop, grab working yarn, pull it out. Now we have this big stitch, first stitch. Pull it down that you would have about 2 inches high stitch. Now insert your hand inside, grab working yarn, pull it out. Insert, grab working yarn, pull it out. We will be casting on this way 8 stitches. Actually added 1 stitch, so it will be 9 stitches, guys. Okay, so what are we doing now? We are twisting it on another side like that, and now we will be making our first stitch using this stitch. So from underneath, grab working yarn, pull it out. This is our first stitch. Now this is the second stitch we'll be making. We will be using these bumps in the middle, not the top, not the bottom, the middle part of the stitch. That will help us to create a beautiful chain on the bottom of the back side of cardigan. So now when you find this middle part of the stitch, insert your hand, grab working yarn and pull it out. Insert your hand, grab working yarn and pull it out. So we're doing it for all 9 stitches. And then we will be knitting our next row, and in the next row, here we are, 9 stitches done. So now we will be knitting the same way. Insert your hand, grab working yarn and pull it out, and keep knitting this way. Okay guys, so we have 15 rows, and now we are starting our neck. So how we will do it? So first we are knitting 1, 2, 3, and then we're knitting number 4, actually, yeah, number 4. And now we're knitting 2 together. So we're not twisting this, guys. We're just simply knitting, simple knitting stitch. 1, and then we're doing it the same one more time. 2 stitches together. 2. So we now have 4 stitches here. We made an area for the neck, and now we have 4 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are leaving the stitch that we just made, and we're knitting the 3 into in the pattern stitch, so it's twisted. Okay, so what we will be doing now, starting this row, we will be knitting 15 more rows of 4. We'll be knitting the front part, and then we will go to that part. But for now, 15 rows, guys, the same way, twisting in the way we are knitting. We're going to the right now, we're twisting to the right, and we're knitting these 4 stitches for 15 rows. So this is row number 1. I'll be back when I have 15. So here it is, guys. I knitted 15 rows, so it's now the same length as the back, and then I just simply cast it off. So, and now I will be knitting the other part of the front. So I'm taking my merino wool, and I will place it here, and then we will simply start knitting these 4 stitches, and then at the end I will weave in this end on when I'm done. So twisting stitch, so now I'm knitting this part for 15 rows. Okay, so one part is ready, second part is ready, 15 rows. I finished it, cast it on here and here. So what I will do now, I will now make sleeves. Okay guys, so we're placing the cardigan like that with the front part on the right and the back on the left. This one is in the middle, this is the neck area. And now we will be making 5 stitches on one side and 5 on another. So let's look. So this is the middle part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be making 5 stitches like that. Place the yarn and then pull the yarn through to make extra stitch, or not extra, like a stitch on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's not enough. Need to go a little bit lower over here. We need 5, and this 5 should be right where the neck area is. So here we are. 5. Okay, so here we are. You can see I made 5 rows in my twisted stitch, and I will now decrease on this side. So I will knit these 2 stitches together, so it will make us 1 stitch less. And then what I will do, I will keep knitting my pattern, twisted stitch, only I will knit 2 together at the end too. And this way I will make this sleeve 2 stitches narrower, okay, because it's now very well, here too, with 2 last stitches we're knitting together here. So now instead of 10 I have 8 stitches, and now I will knit 1 more row. Now we will decrease 2 more stitches by knitting 2 together, and then I will knit 2 more rows, guys, and that will be all. And I will not be decreasing the other 2 on this side. I will keep it this way because it will be too narrow. Actually, I think I might. Let me try. So if I knit 2 together, and then I will connect this. Yep, I think that's what we'll do. We'll keep 6. Now I will need 1 more row. So from 10 we went all the way to 6, and it's 10 rows, guys. Okay, and now it's time to cast off. For casting off, I'm usually making extra stitch, and then I'm knitting 2 together, and then add this stitch to the one you have, knit 2 together, add, okay, and 2 more, 1 and 2. So we just casted off 6 stitches. Pull the yarn goes inside. Okay, it's pulled. Yes, we're done. Everything is ready, front, back, and sleeves. What we'll do now, we will need to connect it all, okay? So place it in front of you like that, and now we will connect it. To connect, I will take the yarn about, maybe 5 feet. I will break it, and then I will separate it in a few parts, probably 3 parts. And then I will use these 3 parts to connect, because I don't want thick merino to connect on the sides. So see, this is one, and then this one I will separate in two more, and then we will be using those 3 strings of this merino wool to connect. So I will rub it in between my hands. Here you go. So let's take this and we will start connecting. So to connect, you're placing the front side, the top side, not the inside, and then you're going from inside out with one side, and then with the stitch in another side. And then you're pulling it, connecting it, making a knot to connect the sleeve, and then I will connect it better by felting yarn together. Okay, so what do we do now? We'll go inside that. This yarn will be going from inside, and now we will be going and stitch on the right and on the left, and each stitch will need to be you need to go in from underneath out. Okay, so here's one stitch on one side and second stitch on another side, and that's what we'll be doing to connect the whole cardigan, first on one side and then on another side. So keep stitching like that until you connect all the way around, and then I'll come back and show you how to finish. Here we are. I stitched out the whole side, and now when we have this little end, I have this felting tool that I'm using to hide it. So what I'm doing, I'm just weaving it in, and then hide it underneath any stitch, and then place it on the felting mat and felt it, and by doing it, it attaches to the other part of the yarn and it's hidden. Here we are. So now I will do the other side, and then I will show you the whole cardigan. Here we go, guys.